Good morning. So, for this post, I found this beautiful book called H's for Haiku. It's a treasury of haikus from A to Z, and so each page goes through the alphabet, and each haiku begins with a different letter of the alphabet. I was really nervous at first about this book when I found it at the library because haikus were something I was never super comfortable with, and I always had a hard time understanding them, and I don't know, they're very, I don't want to say vague, but they can be very interpreted differently, I guess is the great way to say it. One of the things that I really loved about this book was this little introduction of what is a haiku. And the author of the book goes through and she just describes that a haiku to her is, oh, this was a great part I read actually. Haiku is that fledgling moment when the wing strokes become sure, when the bird has staying power in the air. So really, she's just talking about how a haiku is just like a small snapshot into time and something so beautiful that when you rush and you're going through, you don't really notice it, but when you really stop and take a second, you go and you can see it. My favorite haiku in this entire book has to be this page. I think it's so beautiful that not only is the haiku itself so full of imagery, but she also was able to work with her illustrator to create such beautiful imagery as well. So I think this would be a really great reading lesson because you could go through and talk about how to read haikus and how each one might have, even though they all have the same structure, they might have a different feeling when you read them. But I also think it would be such a fun and great assignment to have your children work in pairs and group. I would say pairs or by themselves to try to write their own small haiku of a moment in their life or something they find very interesting, and also try to incorporate an imagery into it by creating their own picture of the haiku as well. Thank you.